from Kaiser Ebro Eufimo. Castle number do message be fast 0503236735 0503326735. Just gone by an interview with Lee Nitaki and train come and then anope about NDC constituency elections are the cost of what we or Dome-Kwabenya. Another candidate and also call for a year constituency treasurer your friend Jerry Yao AYIMAH and also call for constituency treasurer. Currently he is the ward coordinator Emma Abukobi ward or Metro in Komo and then anope. Jerry, good morning, Akwaba.
Good morning, my brother.
Campaign what to say?
Oh, of course you. Come on.
So for what about any constituency?
The wards at least I've gone through all the wards.
17 wards in there.
Yes, at least. I'm touching the base now.
You are touching the base
yes.
now. Okay, so what has been your message? Your message today, Emma constituency.
Let me say a very good morning to your viewers. I want to thank you for the opportunity as well. My message is simple. The goal is to win an election. And that's my major aim for the party to come back to power. Because Ghanaians are suffering. And if you take a position to lead the party, you must make sure that your party comes to power. And that is why I am putting myself into these elections.
Why the treasurer position?
Okay. I have been a ward coordinator. And normally, the constituency calls an extended executive meeting. So I've taken part in most of them. So I noticed that the treasurer position has been ideal. So it's because of that the constituency members are raising questions about accountability. So I realized that I need to put up myself and fill that gap so that all those questions about accountability will be a thing of the past. So I'm in to solve the issues of the accountability issues, all the rumor going up and down. We need to stop that and work in unity so that we can make NDC the next government. So
you are the ward coordinator now. You just went for 4 years. Yes. Someone who would have said, Anka, I don't know, I won't go for second term because being a ward coordinator now, we saw the success that you chalked there as a coordinator. I didn't know I would jump straight to a treasurer. And why not deputy but 2% go for main position?
No, you see, if you see a problem and if you know within yourself that you can fix that particular problem, you don't need to run around the problem. You need to go head on and fix the problem. So that is why I am putting myself up. And at least all indications point to the fact that the grounds is good, and I need to come on board and help the other executives that will be elected to make sure that Dome-Kwabenya wins the parliamentary and the presidential for the NDC.
Now, what strategies do you have for that position if you get elected coming Sunday?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is that everything that is successful comes with planning. So the working groups, the youth organizer, women organizer, the organizer himself, Zongo Caucus, even the secretary and the communication, all the activities involves money. I'm going to bring all of them on board. We'll draw plans and budget for the constituency into the elections. And when those budgets are drawn, we raise money ahead of all those programs. You see, we don't have to be running the party as if it's a tabletop a business. It must come with proper planning so that it will be attractive to the ordinary Ghanaians. We don't have to go to elections when there's an activity coming the next day before we start looking for money. We must plan ahead. So that's what I'm bringing on board. The main thing, we will have to plan for everything. The youth organizer will bring his plan into the elections. Women organizers will have to bring his plan and budget so that we go out, look for money from our sympathizers and then well-wishers to help the party. You know, the party business is basically about money. And if you are not there to make sure that those resources are available, the party will go front and back and you are not doing anything. So I am in to make sure that we have plans for everything that we do. We cannot do the same mistake and try to get a different result. So that's my major line I'm bringing on board.
We'll come to the welfare, your welfare plans for party executives. But the question is, as you said, there are rumors in the constituency say, monies that were received towards the elections 2020, cannot be accounted for. First of all, how as a party member?
Yeah, because some of them may be true, some of them may not be true. So the one who is supposed to speak to the issue is not speaking to it. You cannot tell the president to come and account on financial issues. That's why he appointed the finance minister. So the constituency have every office. We have the chairman, the secretary, and the treasurer, and other officers. So we can't ask the youth organizer to come and account to the constituency, but we can only ask the treasurer to account. So if, for instance, they want to have a program, then the treasurer is not there to mobilize resources. The secretary decides that I'll go and mobilize money because that activity looks into my face. For an issue like training of agent or paying of agent, he feels that is directly my field and I need money to do that job. He goes around to look for resources to do that particular program. But I feel and I know that it is the duty of the treasurer to lead those things so that at the end of the day, you come back and account to everybody on board so that the whole table will be clear. Nobody will ask any question again. So the moment another officer who is even not a deputy treasurer, but a different officer going to solicit for fund, definitely members of the party will raise questions. So you don't have to take a position and go and sit down and decide, feel that other people to do the work. I think it's not right. We must all be in our lane. Whatever is your duty, you must make sure. The treasurer, you are the head of the finance committee. Okay? So anything relating to money, you must make sure that the money is available for any officer to conduct his work. So if you are not doing it, it means you have failed. So clearly that office is indirectly vacant. Even though you have an officer there, it is vacant.
As a treasurer, you need to also find ways and means to mobilize funds for the party.
Yes.
And it depends on your connections, the connections that you have.
Yes.
Why should you be given that opportunity? Because we need money. When you are doing politics, you need money to run that activity. Connections men are able to raise enough money for the constituency.
Yes, thank you. And I've been a ward coordinator. And you should be, as a human being, you should be appealing to everybody. You should be truthful. Anything that comes to you, you must let everybody know the truth about it. I can tell you on authority that even the campaign I'm running, I'm being supported by friends. At least 80% of my resources is being supported. It means that I am somebody that people feel comfortable to put their resources and valuable items into my care. So what I'm going to bring on board about raising finance for the parties, we will organize fundraising dinners. We'll seek for a sponsorship from members, party members, to support our activities. There are so many ways. Look, the last elections, the last elections, I was trying a support for my ward. But at the end of the day, it ended up to benefit the whole constituency. And I don't want to mention where it came from. But at the end of the day, it benefited the whole constituency. I was asked from where I was making the rounds to the links to give their number to our PC, the parliamentary candidate, to come for the resources. And I gave it to her. I did those arrangements. So those opportunities are still there. And the people trust me. So I think those are the jobs of the treasurer, to look for those opportunities and bring them on board. And I can assure you about those things.
One of your vision, you have 3 visions.
Yes.
The first one is draw annual budgets and action plans for the activities of the constituency, which you've elaborated on that. Run a transparent and accountable office as a treasurer. First of all, what make it clear, say, accountability has been very poor.
Yes.
Now, transparency too.
Yeah. Transparency, yes. You see, if you are not clear in your mind, it means that something is not transparent. So, what I'm going to do on that issue is, we have the bridge between the structure between the branches and the constituency is the ward coordinator. So that's why I said earlier on that when we go for meetings, extended executive meetings, the issues of accountability, we also raise it as coordinators, but there is no address from the constituency treasurer. So I am going to lay all those facts when the ward coordinators attend the extended meetings. The issues about accountability will be spread out to them, so that when they go back to the branches, they will let the branches know the resources that came to the constituency, how much you have spent, how much is left. It goes back to the branches, and then they also be clear in their mind. Sometimes the branches feel that the money that comes, the constituency just spends the money, and they don't benefit. But the monies are supposed to be used to work for the party to come to power. We cannot share party money to party members, but we must use the money to work and make sure that the party comes to power. So when those issues are given to the coordinators, I'll follow up to the ward meetings, because definitely I'm a constituency treasurer. I have access to the wards. I'll be there myself. Things that are not clear, I'll make sure it is clear to the members, and everybody will look in their mind.
Asamba pop it up in the constituency, in the last primaries, parliamentary primaries, one of the candidates, Bas, Emma, a year constituency, some of our years. Information you say, Bas, not a running a crate for business. Say, a discovery a member party anymore. This is the Cardinal, I say, Sikasu knew why back with CC, Bas, this is a party, Moko business move. Do you have any plan to start up another businesses that will benefit the party itself?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have run transport business and they are still successful. They are still in the business. Yes, I'm aware of that bus. Okay, initially it was, to the best of my knowledge, was under the care of the treasurer, so that the bus will run
and the reports,
and the resources. Yes, so as coordinators, at one of our meetings, there be a question. So bus, the bus is working to raise resources for the party. So what's the news? What's the news about it? The one who is supposed to answer was not at that very meeting.
The treasurer.
Yes. Well, he was not at the meeting, and then we cannot speak to the issue when he is not there. So, like you said, I'm also told that the bus is broken down. So I am of the view that some of those things we can revive them. We can revive them and let them, because it is now the property of the constituency.
Sure.
We'll find a way to revive those buses. People are running rickety taxis and they are making it every day. How much more somebody donates a fairly new bus to the constituency and it is not being run well? So we'll bring it back. That bus will come back on the road.
Let me go to your mission. Your mission back. Second one, also to formulate policies that will help generate revenue to finance constituency activities. What kind of policies?
Yes, I mentioned some of them, like fundraising dinners.
Fundraising dinners,
okay. Appeal to some members within the constituency. Okay, and I also I'll encourage the branches, the branch treasurers, to also come on board, because you see, now we are paying dues straight to the top, to national. Party activities starts from the grassroots.
The grassroots.
I'm going to put in programs that will motivate the branches to raise money. Those who wear the party shirt like I'm doing, there are some people who don't wear it. Okay, but they also benefit when the party comes to power.
Sure.
So we must fall on them within the branches. They are living with us. We know them. So the branches, the treasurers must approach those people with their plans. At least even common printing of T-shirts. I expect the branches should even start doing those things. The people who are living with them, who are past appointees, businessmen who are on our side, I think we should be able to contact them to print some of those T-shirts instead of waiting for national and region and constituency all the time. The resources is around us, and we will make good use of them.
Let me come back to your vision, and I think Obia vision, almost all the constituency, not even Dome-Kwabenya, but other constituencies, work towards peace building within the entire constituency. Dome-Kwabenya, almost all the candidates, we are working towards peace, unity. Is the party not united?
Well, so far as we talk to each other, we will think that we are united. But the truth must be told. We are not that united that I think. Because the last elections, the parliamentary candidate was running her own campaign whilst the CEC was running, you know, you see that the coordination. Nobody was ready to come to, because any parliamentary candidate is elected, you must be under the instructions of the constituency. Because you are representing the constituency. The elected officers, who are the chairman, secretary, and all those people, they are going to use you to work. You are not going to operate your own office. So under my tenure, if I'm giving the nod, I'm going to push that across. That you must make sure that any parliamentary candidate comes on board, that person will be under the control of the CEC. It's not going to be on his own. Okay, because at the end of the day, you are representing the party. We must be united and make sure that that person works with us, and then what the party wants to be done is easy. Because if, for instance, we want to print t-shirts or we want to do any major program, then the PC has his or her own plan, the consensus has his or her own plan, you end up not getting the results we want. Okay, so we must make sure that all the resources comes to one basket, and then we can distribute it very well.
Okay, you are number 2.
I'm number 2
on the ballot paper, and
yes.
The election is on Sunday.
Yes.
I will come to you for your message, the message that you want to put across finally to the people. Because I know you are in your last lap of your. I think by Saturday all campaigns.
Well, yes, Saturday.
It's Saturday all campaigns.
Yes, but yes.
Or if you are done with your campaign.
I'm still on it. Today I'm meeting some few delegates.
Okay. Dome-Kwabenya constituency. I just spoke to Nitaki. Nitaki says that there's no all year round activity to push the party or to make the party popular in our constituency anymore. As a treasurer, I need to look for money. But when it comes to mobilizing people, I know say your organizer, a Juma women organizer, youth organizer, and then Ben Shana was why say those send me a treasure. I mean, they send me Pisca, but me pay a dome about party.
Okay, so we are already in the business.
Sure.
I've been a branch communication officer. I'm currently the ward coordinator.
Sure.
And there are so many things we've done to make sure that the party is attractive to other people who are not even our members. They are trying to come on board. Now, when you look at what is going on now, the party is so attractive. All we need is to speak with one voice, and then we'll be attractive to other members to join us. So I will encourage the working groups like the youth organizers and all those people. Yes, together with them, I must see what they want to do. Okay, so when they come out with their programs, then when the resources are there, all those things will be sorted.
Operation 65% votes, 65% of the total votes.
Yes.
Is it achievable?
Very achievable for me. Yes.
What makes you think so?
Oh, well, I've been on the ground.
Sir John says fear delegates.
Yes, but when the delegates are speaking the truth, you will see it. When they are for you, you will see it. I wish you would follow me one of these days to just to observe maybe your reporters and go on the ground. So I know it's achievable. The 65%. I want to win and win convincingly so that when I get a job,
you do it convincingly.
Yes, and everybody, because the masses that will be behind me would also want me to do whatever I've promised to them. So the 65 is achievable.
Okay, the work of a treasurer is not about keeping money, but account for the money. Jerry Yao AYIMAH is reliable and accountable. Comrades, let's vote for him. Please, next time, do add your name to the message that you sent. Okay, this message is in, but it's not for you. Let me see some of the messages that is for you. Okay, leadership is about leveraging the sufferings of problems of the people.
Yes.
Papa J is the very person who can do so. Comrades, let's support him. So he said that leadership is about leveraging the suffering.
Yes.
Or problems of the people.
Yes, we should be there for everybody. For me, I'm very accessible.
Sure.
I remember when I started the campaign, some two handsome young guys from even the ward of the treasurer They called me that they want to help my campaign. And they are helping marvelously. So if you are not accessible, nobody will get close to you. Yes, and then you must be there to support them when they also need you.
Okay. Obi say I will stand by him forever. I don't need even one city from him.
Thank you.
It will be nice for you to add your name so that he will know those who are sending him the messages. Okay. After this, almost our producer
Okay.
Your final words. I want you to look straight into your camera.
Okay.
And then speak to Dome-Kwabenya people.
Yeah.
Why they should vote for you come Sunday.
Dome-Kwabenya, good morning again. This morning, I come with more hope. I am coming to work so that the party will come to power. At the end of the day, we are suffering at the grassroots. We want to come to power. Let's forget about the past. Let's come together and work so that the NDC will come to power. We need NDC to come back because not for only NDC, but other ordinary Ghanaians who are not members, even the MPP themselves, they also want a change now. So I want all of us to come together. I am number 2 on the ballot. Sunday, when you are coming, please come with your ID card, either voter's ID card or Ghana card, because there are rumors going out that they are going to push people to come and vote with that ID card. My followers, come with your ID card. Those who come with that ID card will not vote. The agents will not allow them to vote. So come with your ID cards and vote. I am number 2 on the ballot. Jerry Yao, AYIMAH for treasurer. I'll be so accountable and transparent and look for the resources to run and campaign for 2024 so that NDC will come back to power. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Jerry Yao AYIMAH, constituency treasurer, hopeful for Dome-Kwabenya constituency NDC. Elections on weekend. Where is the election being held?
It will be at the forecourt of Atomic Hospital.
Atomic Hospital.
Yes.
Or
where the
basketball and the volleyball court.
Court is.
It's elections no ebekoso ewo. And I hear say you are ready to bus the delegates in your ward. In your ward.
Yes, there will be bus available from 8 o'clock. They will pick from Akpoma, Abukubi, Abelaje, Ashon. So they'll pick along to the voting grounds.
To the voting grounds.
Yes. Yes, in and out.
In and out.
The buses will be there.
Okay, inti Mwamu Abukubi ward mo coordinator Jerry Yao AYIMAH oko treasurer position also we're organizing a bus that will convey you to voting grounds until Momodia say Obeshen so or number 2 ballot paper so in fact yesterday I endorsed him on the morning show that me producer Semi Tuyaka. I've known him personally as a senior brother, so it will be right for me to say Dome-Kwabenya, all those who are watching me right now and you are delegates, it will be right say you give him the opportunity and he leads the party when it comes to the finances. It is good say why identify problem from afar and he's ready to solve it. So let's I will treat all Dome-Kwabenya delegates say Mobeto Abanama Jerry Yao AYIMAH as a treasurer position. In fact, I'm the defunct campaign manager.
Thank you.
Number 2 yes. On the ballot paper. We'll be there to support him this Sunday. I had a deal police have that say I had a day competition on ABC for a morning show no ochina nyame adoma ABC nkonwa biom na yaka in Ghana. In fact this week we are looking at the NDC internal elections at ebekoso already national the crowd here assassin now wait tomorrow we need na ye dey ho amanebo ebebro active morning show so me dey je ni boat energy nyame adoma ochina ABC nkonwa stay active and see beyond.